Hello friends, do you like my head wrap? It's also a bonnet. Welcome to my channel. It's all about DIY and we're going to make this bonnet that can also serve as a head wrap. So keep watching to learn how to. For this tutorial, we need a 22 by 22 inches ankara fabric and a 21 by 21 inches satin fabric. This tutorial was inspired by a beautiful and talented YouTuber by the name Dami Dimension. So I want my satin a little smaller than the ankara fabric because I don't want the satin fabric to really show outside. So you can go ahead and cut your ankara and your satin to be the same. It's still very okay. Like I said, our ankara measures 22 inches by 22 inches. We are going to fold that into two like this. And we'll fold that again into two like this. So we're going to take our measurements from the folded side. We'll take 10.5 inches all the way round like that. For an adult, you can measure 10 to about 14 inches depending on how large you want your bonnet to be. So I don't want mine to be big, so I'm going with 10.5 inches. I'm going to measure that all the way round, just as you can see. So after measuring and marking that out, we are going to cut it out. So after cutting it out, you will get a perfect circle shape. So we are going to repeat the same process with the satin fabric. But this time we are going to measure 10 inches. The ankara fabric was 10.5 inches. So after cutting two, we get this perfect circle. So it's time to sew the ankara and the satin fabric together with right side facing right side. Right side of the ankara fabric facing the satin's right side. We're going to sew all the way round, leaving about 3 to 4 inches space for the turnout. We're going to use half an inch to sew all the way round, leaving 3 to 4 inches opening. So after sewing, this is what we have. And that's the opening. You can also notch the allowance before turning it over so that it will be flat and smooth. So after turning it out, as you can see, my satin is inside. So we're going to iron that out. After ironing, this is what it looks like. Now we are going to take our head circumference. We use that to cut out our elastic band. Mine measured 22 inches, so I am going to cut my elastic band 22 inches long. I don't want it to be tight, so I am going to use 22 inches. But if you want your bonnet to be tight, you can go ahead and deduct 3 to 4 inches from your elastic band, or even 5, depending on how firm you want it on your head. My elastic band is not up to half an inch wide, so I'm going to be marking half an inch all the way round. I'll be using half an inch so that my elastic band can fit into the hole easily. So if your elastic band measures up to an inch, you can go ahead and measure about 1.5 inches all the way round. So after marking that, we are going to sew it all the way round And this time we're not going to leave any opening. We are sewing all the way. So after sewing it all round, we are going to use a safety pin to pass the elastic band through it all the way round. After passing the elastic band through, sew that together to hold it in place. So after sewing the elastic bands together, we are going to sew the opening we left before. You can neatly hand tack it or take it to your sewing machine and stitch that down. And there you have your bonnet. Nice and clean. So it's time to make the strap so that we can also convert the bonnet to a head wrap. I will cut out 11 by 44 inches from my ankara fabric, and that's what I'll be using. That length can only go round my head once. So if you want to wrap yours more than once, you want it to go around your head more than once, you can add more inches to the length. You can measure up to 100 inches depending on what you want. You can also increase or reduce the width of your own strap. So mine measured 11 inches by 44. So we are going to sew it all the way down, leaving about 3 to 4 inches in between. So we are going to turn it out through there. I don't want the edges of my strap to be straight, so I will go down by an inch and slant it. So after sewing it, we are going to cut out the excess fabric and return it out. Thank you so much to all my subscribers, and if you are new here and you like what you are seeing so far, please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, comment and share. Your subscription, views and like will help my channel to grow. So please, if you've learned anything so far in this video, please go ahead and subscribe and also help this channel to grow. And please don't forget to leave your notification bell on so that anytime I upload a new DIY video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you. So after turning it out, we are going to stitch the opening and we iron it. And there you have it. So you can use your bonnet like that without the strap, or hand tack it. You can also use your sewing machine to stitch that down. You can use a tack button or a velcro to also hold that in place, so you can remove the strap anytime. So I'll go ahead and show you how to use it. Bedtime, you can use your bonnet. And now let's use it as a head wrap. So you can go ahead and just be creative with it. Thank you guys for watching to the end. See you in my next video. Bye bye.